Hey guys, it's MC Princess Santa here, and you guys asked me a bunch of questions, so I'm going to try to answer some of them.
448 comments.
448 comments, you guys. I cannot believe that.
You're never going to be able to answer all these questions.
I know, there's a lot of questions, and I don't think I'll be able to answer all of them.
Okay. Well, so Bobby says, I know that you love Brandon Ferris. Can you remember the first video of Brandon's that you saw and fell in love with?
The first one I saw. When he was eating the tarantula in his white hoodie. Yeah.
Why did you love that video so much?
Because it was so funny. Somebody sent me a tarantula, and I tried it. Because that video was so funny.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen the video, Anna tried a tarantula just like Brandon. Karen Davidson says, what age did you start reading?
What age did I start reading? So, when I started reading is when I was 2 years old. 2 years old.
So you knew your letters and your letter sounds by the time you were 16 months old.
Yes.
16 months old with, like, if someone showed you a letter, you knew what letter it was and you knew what sound it made.
Yeah.
You had the sight words memorized by like a year and a half. And then at 2, that's when you actually started sounding out words by yourself.
Yeah,
sounding out. Read a book all by yourself. Not from memory. You were reading a book from memory at a year and a half. Karen Leitner says, I was wondering if you and Mommy have certain traditions as part of your Christmas celebration each year. Do you know what traditions are?
No.
So traditions are things that you do the same every single year. Like things that every time Christmas comes, you do the same thing. So our traditions would be every year we put up Christmas trees.
Every year we would make the same food.
We make the same kinds of food, yeah. We watch Christmas movies together.
We did.
And I think one of the big traditions that we do, that we've been doing since you were a baby, is your Christmas Eve box. Yeah. You want to tell them about your Christmas Eve box?
Yeah. So, I have this little Christmas Eve box, which is so cute because it has like little cars with a little Santa Claus picture inside of the cars. It's so funny. I know. And inside there's this wrapper.
Tissue paper.
Yeah, tissue paper, basically. And what's inside of it is like whatever my nan puts inside of it.
Well, but there's a theme. So every year on Christmas Eve, you get to open your Christmas Eve box.
Yeah.
And every year, your Christmas Eve box has a DVD, a Christmas tree ornament, a book, some pajamas, and maybe a stuffy or a couple other things. But the thing about it is, all of those things are themed. They all match. So like one year we did Anastasia themed stuff from the movie Anastasia. And one year we did Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer themed stuff because you had just learned the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer song. And one year we did Peppa Pig themed stuff. So that's kind of how that goes. I haven't figured out a theme for this year yet. I should start working on that. But that's probably one of our biggest traditions that we've been doing since you were a baby. Next is a question from T. Lee Harrison. She says, if you could choose and tame any animal for a pet, what would it be?
What would it be? mouse.
A mouse? Why?
Because mouses are so cute.
And what tricks would you teach it?
What tricks would I teach it? Flips.
Flips.
Mice can't do flips. That was a trick I would teach it. Or I could set up a little obstacle course for it, like a gymnastics obstacle course, so it could, and little bar things. What would I use for bars? Ooh,
Straws.
I've got an idea. My blocks, my cylindered blocks.
Stephanie Edberg wants to know, she says, you are the new ambassador, the junior ambassador, for arthrogryposis. Have you done anything yet?
Yes, we've been raising awareness.
And pretty soon, I think in November or early December, is Giving Tuesday, and we'll have to do something for that. Laura Lazarus says, hi, Anna, you are so smart and courageous and loving. I bet it would be great to chat with you at a tea party. Who is someone you don't know who you would like to meet and have a tea party with?
Good question. Who's someone I don't know that I would like to have a tea party with? I don't know Bobby.
Bobby, who asked the first question?
Yeah.
She's one of our Patreon supporters. You want to have a tea party with her?
Yeah. And you.
It would be fun to have a tea party with Patreon supporters, huh?
Yeah.
That would be a nice event if COVID weren't a thing.
I know.
Maybe that's something we can do one day when the virus isn't such a problem. We could do tea parties with meet and greet tea parties.
Yeah, we can do meet and greet tea parties. But I was going to say, I have this little tea set. Which has all of the right things that you need for a tea party. Little cups that say ladybug. And it's a ladybug tea set. So all of them have ladybugs on them. Ladybug little pictures on them. It's so cute. And there's a tea pourer and everything you need. And that's so cool. But I've never used it before. So.
Robin wants to know when you're coming to Georgia to see her.
When I'm coming to Georgia to see her, I don't know.
Lori Lloyd wants to know if you have a favorite poem.
Favorite poem? I haven't ever wrote down poems, so I don't know what kind of poem.
We could start reading poems for literature when we do literature
Yes.
lesson day.
Yes.
Cheryl Biliu wants to know where in the world you would most like to visit and why.
Where in the world would I most like to visit? I would most like to visit California. I would most like to visit California, but you
Why?
know this because I want to meet Brandon. You could ship me off in the box. Stuff.
Barb Frey wants to know, since you like to read so much and you have so many interests, do you think you would write your own book, and what would it be about?
So we are actually figuring out. We are actually figuring out like what I could write about my life in a book with an illustrator. We were thinking about writing a book down like that about my life, but I didn't know what the title would be called. Anna's life.
Sally Davis says, if you were a genie and you could make If you were a genie and you could make 3 wishes come true for your Nana, what would they be?
Loving someone. Loving someone else who we don't know. Having other people say nice things and having people figure out things that are very important to figure out. Isn't that a good wish?
Like an assistant to help me? Yeah, that would be really nice. Thank you, baby. That's so sweet.
You're
I love
welcome.
it. I love your wishes. Beck wants to know, Anna, if you could plan a vacation anywhere in the world for you and Nana to go, where would you go?
Where would I go? To Washington.
For me and you together?
Mhm.
We go to Washington?
Mhm.
Not to another country? No.
Or Texas. I don't know.
Angela Hare wants to know, what is your favorite book?
My favorite book is the Goodnight Moon book.
And what makes you super happy?
What makes me super happy? The whole story. The whole story. I'm telling you.
What makes you super happy in life?
What makes me super happy in life? Staying up all night.
Oh my gosh.
I know. So weird.
You've never stayed up all night long.
I know, but
You've stayed up pretty late sometimes.
sometimes.
Paula Pinner says, after breaking my ankle, I started physical therapy. Some exercises were more difficult than others for me, and I struggled with fear and faith. You are very brave. Do you have any advice for myself and others in how we can face our fears more bravely? What do you do to mentally prepare for a challenging situation or new opportunity?
What do I do for a challenging situation? We have to focus. That's what I do. I focus. And I have to think where I should step so I'm balanced on the balance board and lots of other things.
Do you have advice for how people can face their fears more bravely?
Yes. You guys who are kids, you have to focus of what you're doing and be strong and do very hard and more challenging things, not just easy things, more challenging things that are even harder. And I want you to be brave.
How do you be brave?
Well, being brave is like focusing. So you have to focus on what you're doing and not cry. That's a very important thing. Because if you cry, you will not be able to do it, right? So that's why.
Because it's hard to focus when you're crying, right?
Yeah, it's hard to focus when you're crying, so keep practicing, then you'll be great.
Stephanie Edberg, who is also a Facebook supporter, wants to know if you know how long a giraffe's tongue is.
I don't know how long a giraffe's tongue is. Super long.
Super long. I don't know either. How long is a giraffe tongue? 21 inches. That's the size of a newborn baby. That's the size of a long newborn baby. They're like usually 19 to 21 inches is the average newborn baby. Giraffe's tongue is like this long. It's like as long as your arm.
Yeah, it's like as long as my arm.
Vita Betts says, I don't have a question, Anna. I just have a statement. I cannot find the words to express my feelings towards you, but I know that you're a genius little girl with a lot of charm to make the whole world fall in love with you. You're a unique soul, and blessed are the people having you in their lives.
Sweet.